Hello and welcome to Bakerstreet.coasters live. Today we are here at Cadbury World to explore what I haven't seen, or what I probably have seen. So I will keep you guys updated throughout the whole entire day. Please remember to subscribe and smile always. So from the last time I was here, there has been nothing that has changed much on the facade. Now I remember back in 2016 that this facade here, for all these Cadbury heroes that you see, they were literally the same, I'm not even joking. So it'd be really cool to see Merlin change this facade, you know, have something new, because these are quite old. There's been new chocolates that have come out since, and they're just using the old logos, you know. Like, I think most of these are still in heroes, for example, but it would be quite nice to see something else take its place. So the Cadbury World is open 10 till 6. However, the last entries that you can book is 4:30. That makes sure that everyone is out of the attraction by the time it closes. Now, the shop, there is the Cadbury shop. It apparently is the biggest Cadbury shop in the world. I highly doubt that nowadays, because Merlin has kind of cut back on how much space there is in that area. But I'll go and show you that after we've gone by the resort. Now I can POV in this ride, in this attraction, which is very, very good, because I know many Merlin parks, they don't allow you to POV in most stuff. I'm not allowed to POV on the ride, as you guys may know or may not know. But then we also have the Cadbury shop over there, if you do get time to go in there. And then there is the Cadbury World experience, the Bourneville experience, the 4D chocolate adventure, and also the green screen. There's also the play area. So yes, apart from that, a very, very big day, hopefully, and I will keep you guys updated throughout the whole entire day. We also have this really, really cool cow over here. I love how the purple, it kind of reminds me of the Aldi one, I can't lie, and it says down here, move close and have a photograph. So you can have photograph opportunities. But please don't climb on me, as I don't want you to hurt yourself. Love the Cadbury World cows. That's funny. That is funny. So it looks like it's going to be a very, very busy day at Cadbury World, which isn't very cool, but you know, it is what it is. The Aztec jungle. Beware of the snakes. I did pick this up last time. I couldn't see much as it was quite dark. However, I have said this before, but it would be really cool to see some sort of magnitude waxwork come in here. But I also like how it's very cold in here. See? It's pretty cool. Yeah, again, this part is never normally the best when it is crowded. I have been in here earlier days before. I love the smell pods in here though. Very, very nice, I can't lie. I think there's a door over there, I'm not quite sure what that door is. I have been through Cadbury World, a full POV of this before. So, if you do want to go and see, it is on my YouTube somewhere. Look at this one now, it's not busy here. Don't think you can see that as much. I mean, it's quite dark in here. You've got some abstract lighting.
He calls the line and him I did shop.
This is White Chocolate House, fashionable St. James's Street, London. Chocolate houses were very fashionable in 18th century London, where the wealthy would meet to discuss politics, gamble, and of course, drink chocolate.
This was good for my business. Because tea, coffee, or milk chocolate were considered as acceptable alternatives to alcohol, of which we
As cocoa became cheaper, more people could afford to drink it. And apothecaries such as Fry and grocers such as Cadbury began to experiment with chocolate manufacture. Let's take a moment now to see how my story began.
The assistant standing over the shoulders, remember the standing on the shoulders.
Sure.
It's St James's London. Something I haven't picked up before is Cadbury Cocoa. Very, very cool, I can't lie. Cadbury's Cocoa. I know my camera's not picking it up as much, but it's a dark and light filter at this point. But it is very, very cool. Cadbury's Cocoa on here. The dwell time in my next area is up to 7 minutes. The dwell time. Alright, challenge this. St James's London. Like I said, it'd be really, really cool to see Madden Tussauds get their waxing figures here. Nice to see some animatronics, because it is something that Cadbury World has been missing for a very, very long time now. Like, it would be pretty cool to see animatronics here instead of just cardboard cutouts. Vauxhall, Thursday, September 30th. The lights on here, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, the lights come on with the pre-show. I'm correct. What I quite like here is it's not busy at the moment, so it's really cool. Cadbury Brothers breakfast. Don't know if you can see that. Like I said, the lighting on my camera isn't the best today. Solival Cocoa. Cadbury's Pearl. The Cadbury story over here. We've got this really cool thing like the crooked lane. And then you've got the baker. The baker, you know, Bakerstreet.coasters right here. Established in 1803. Samuel Pepys, I mean, you learn about him in history if you do Restoration England. Born in 1633, died in 1783. Like I said, it'd be really cool to see some sort of animatronic on here. But, you know, it is what it is. Can't say much.
Richard Tapper Cadbury owns and runs the drapery store next door. Our family are staunch Quakers, and we originally came from the West Country. Father moved the family to Birmingham from our home in Exeter in 1794 and set up his business as a linen draper and sewer. Birmingham was a fine place to live, with plenty of business opportunities. We soon made many friends, and my father became a prominent member of the local Quaker community. Because of our religious beliefs, Quakers were considered to be non-conformist. This prevented us from studying at university, and as a result, we were unable to enter the professions, such as medicine and law. Also, because Quakers are pacifists, we couldn't join the army or navy. And so trade and commerce were the only areas where Quakers could focus their ambitions and prosper. I was apprenticed as a tea merchant in Leeds, and then worked in a bonded tea house in London. When I returned to Birmingham in 1824, I borrowed some money from my father to go into business as a tea dealer and coffee roaster. I took over this shop and installed this large plate glass window, so that my customers could see the samples of tea, coffee, and cocoa nibs that I prepared myself. My colourful window displays soon attracted new customers from far and wide. I even employed a fully costumed Chinese man to help serve the shop. Oh yes, he caused a lot of interest. And with him minding the shop, I started to experiment, manufacturing my own cocoa and chocolate in the cellar behind the shop. You see, I noticed that fashionable people were drinking cocoa and chocolate, and decided to offer them to my customers as well. This was good for my business, because tea, coffee, cocoa and chocolate were considered as acceptable alternatives to alcohol, of which we, as Quakers, strongly disapproved. Let me tell you some more about how my business grew and prospered from these very humble beginnings.
Alright then everyone, these green doors.
Now in manufacturing. I'm not quite sure what it says. Oh, it's the thing I know. It's basically, it's where they tell you how they manufacture each egg and stuff like that. So now we've got this, I think it's like how they make the chocolate and how they cool the chocolate, nickel and stuff like that. I found that really cool. Yeah, again, that video hasn't changed in the last years. I kind of like to see it change, but Merlin is still in the process of all this.
Excellent. So, welcome to Cadbury World. My name is and I will be showing you how to make chocolate today. Very exciting stuff. Now, this is not how we make chocolate in this day and age, but this is how they used to make chocolate around 200 years ago, around the time I was born. Anyway, so 45 degrees Celsius chocolate into a pot. So back in the day, they didn't used to have any machine, so all of this was done by hand with the help of a couple of over here. So we're going to start with some melted chocolate, putting it onto a marble surface. Now the reason we use marble is because it's a naturally cooling material, so if you put them on surface and put them on, you see the difference in temperature, it's a lot more cooler, right? Okay, so this just helps cool down the chocolate a bit faster, okay? So they used to take a long-headed spatula and a big shell spatula. They use this one first to spread the chocolate around onto the table just like so. Okay, just like that. Now this just spreads out the chocolate evenly and also makes it a bit more shinier and then also to spread out some crystals in the cocoa. Then they use a big shell spatula, scoop up the chocolate and then scrape it up again. So this is just to get as much air into the chocolate and cool it down before it goes into the mold. So we're going to do that a few more times, spreading it on the surface. Now soon you'll start to see that the chocolate becomes a bit more thicker and that's when it's ready to go into the mold. You guys will have a go at this later on. It's going to get really messy, so if you're wearing any nice clothes, make sure you roll up the sleeves. Okay? Just like so. You don't need to sit now. I was going to say, what I thought you wanted there. Okay? So, now you can see it's a bit more thicker. So back in the day they used to use these metal molds here, which are really beautiful, but we are no longer able to pay for these because they're a lot more expensive and a bit more harder to access. Okay? We've got some really nice shell ones here, a few dog ones there. Nowadays we use these polycarbon molds which are a lot more cost effective and easy to access now. Okay? So we're going to take some of this melted chocolate and move it into the mold, just like so. We'll spread it around so all the corners of the mold are touched by the chocolate. Then we're going to tap it on the table, watch your ears. Then you can see all the air bubbles rising to the top. You guys can all come closer, please don't be shy. Rising to that. Okay, so all the air bubbles are rising to the top. Then clean up the sides. Just like that. If you want to just solid chocolate, you can shove this straight into the fridge for around 30 minutes. And if you're ready to eat, you'll come out with really nice shiny chocolate. If not, then we can do a process called shelling where you put your own filling in. But before we do that, we need a few volunteers. I'm going to take all of you guys as volunteers for now. Anybody else want to volunteer? Anybody else? Don't worry, I won't throw chocolate at you. Although it does sound like you guys. Okay? So the way they use the chocolate, the temperature of the chocolate is just right is... Okay, so that just means it's ready to go into the fridge and then eat it after 30 minutes. Like I said, if you didn't want just solid chocolate, you could wine bowl, tap it on the table. Just like that, we have some chocolate rain. Imagine if we were to get that out of the sky. This is going crazy, right? Okay, so you're going to clean up the sky. And then you put in any kind of fillings, so like raspberry, strawberry, pistachio. I'm quite a fan of fruit and nut. I know most people don't like that. I don't like sweet. Into the fridge. At the front of their wrist, or the back of their wrist. Make sure the temperature is warm. Or sometimes they used to even put a little bit at the back of their gums. Well, that was a bit too expensive for one touch of chocolate. I would do that. I can't do that. Okay, more time. Twist and roll. One way, then the other way. If this doesn't work, close your eyes and check under this back. Okay? So you twist it one way, twist it the other way, and in 3, 2, 1. There we go.
So over we have the chocolate adventure, 4D cinema, and then we also have that player over there, which has not changed in the last like 8 years of being here, and I've said this multiple times on my videos. We also have the cabin, they call it, I think. It's like a chocolate cabin, I'm not quite sure. Anyways, that was a pretty good presentation. I do always love watching those and how they make the chocolate, and especially when they make these things out of chocolate. All these things, I swear it's a 9-year-old, I can't lie. It's just amazing to see how all this stuff just stays cool. Now, I don't know if this is some sort of like cold refrigerator right here with some ink. However, this is a fireplace, and this looks like stunning. Unfortunately, it's got no fire and might melt. But you know, you got some sort of like chocolate. I wonder if this stuff is edible to eat. I'm pretty sure it's got paint onto it. Probably not. I mean, it's got a glitter plate there. But like I said, that is one master art of chocolate, especially when they keep it so cool. And from here, you can actually feel the coldness coming from this window, which I think is really, really cool. So now we are off to the chocolate tasting room. Now something they have got different this time, because before this was do-it-yourself station, and then that's now downstairs. However, here they have the making of their chocolate for the chocolate shop downstairs. But another thing which I used to love back in 2016 was when this used to show all the packaging. Now this whole area here has got no packaging whatsoever. I think that's all in other rooms. They also removed the Cadbury World, which is upstairs. I find that really disturbing because I don't think the new ride is up to scratch, and I'll tell you guys later about the new ride when I come off it. See if it's changed, see if it's not, because last time the live chocolate which was running on the ride was not working, and instead it was cemented into the moulds. So it would be pretty cool to see what they've changed on that ride, because it is a new addition to the attraction. So here I just got myself a fudge with giant buttons and jelly babies. Now some of you may call me weird, but we roll with it. Anyways, so yes, we have a GO station. If you can see over there, these two giant footballs. Does it look like we've got a giant football just over there? They're normally on the rack, but they've got cocoa beans, which you know is from the Cadbury ride. Now we don't see much of the cocoa beans anymore because the Cadbury ride is being demolished upstairs. And nobody knows what it's going to be turned into. I don't think it'll be turned into anything actually. I think it's going to be not offices, as Jay said to me last time. Which I find really weird. Just click the emergency stop button like that. But yeah, it's really, really cool to see how they make the chocolate for the shop downstairs. So I did touch upon this stuff before, but this is the stuff they do. They do the milk chocolate, they do their customisation of different things. I think really, really cool. Personal theirs is making it there. And then here's the moulds they were on about earlier. So these things are too expensive to maintain, meaning they don't use them anymore, and instead they use some sort of like fibre, or is it fibre? I don't know what it is. I think it's like plastic sort of thing It's hard coated, meaning it does the exact same job at a cheaper cost. But there you go, there's bunnies there. But we have these customized ones, and it looks really, really cool. And you can buy these downstairs in the shop, I think. Or you can order them online, and I think they get delivered, or they get sent to Cadbury World. So that's really, really good. So anyways, now we are off to Cadbury's Chocolate Quest. Now this ride, really, I don't like this ride with a passion. Oh, we also have Bellingham here for the England team. I think it's really, really cool. Football are all made out of, I think the football's made out of dark and white chocolate, but all painted up, and that's made, all of this is made out of chocolate, and it's really, really unique. I don't get how they keep the case like that. We've got more of this stuff over here. Impersonation. Now, we've got the Cadbury's Chocolate Quest. Approximately wait of 45 minutes down here. Now, this queue line here is not a queue line, for fact. The Cadbury Quest was a queue line before. I was on about this earlier with the packaging. Normally you can see the packaging, which is normally over there, like on the other side, but it's not there. But anyways, going back to this thing, you've got some good theming in the queue. I mean, you've got the old Cadbury stuff, you've got the little chocolate, I'm pretty sure that's made out of chocolate. But that there, I remember them being sold back in 2016. These aren't made of chocolate, but this is to reincarnate the old chocolate Cadbury. You've got the seats there, which looks really, really cool. But except for that, I find it pretty concerning. It was like you got the cream egg bar, which I normally get with the gorilla. You don't see them anymore. Like they've kind of stopped the whole entire thing. But what I don't like is that there's a fast track queue, and then there's another queue for this ride. Now, this ride doesn't have a particular queue to it. It seems like we're in for a long journey over here. And it does go through Advertising Avenue. Now, this is a very, very big shock, because Advertising Avenue is one of the parts which really do add up Cadbury World, but when you've got a queue for it, I think it's a bit concerning. But you know, it is what it is. It really did take away the Purple Planet too, because I think Purple Planet has been replaced with the new Tractor Start Ride. Anyways, I will tell you what the new things are on this ride. Now, one thing that I would have said about this ride is it could be an omnimover. Meaning the Y cars are always constantly flown, like the one at the Cursor Alton Manor, Alton Towers. That would be pretty cool to see. However, no, we've been standing in the same place for at least ages now, which I think is pretty concerning. I'm sure the time, what time I went in, I can't lie. But this is definitely a downfall to Cadbury, the magical chocolate ride, because this attraction really was the best when it was Cadbury, and now it's just it really does take away from the theming of Advertising Avenue. Got Purple Planet out of the way with. Cadbury was so much longer than this ride, and the interactive dark ride we have now really does not play the counterparts. So, you know, it'd be really cool to see this ride be an omnimover, but I don't think that's possible because of how they've made the ride. It's really concerning. So there we have the P-Scoot to the left for assisted access, and then we have P-Scoot to the right for the chocolate quest. 10 minutes later, we're here at Advertising Avenue. Looks like we've got new lighting here, green, blue kind of sort of aspect. Really, really cool. It's not like we're moving much though, so I think it's really concerning. 15 minutes from here. If you prefer not to ride, please speak to a member who will be happy to assist you. 15 minutes, and I think we just jumped quite a lot. Now this is what I was saying, like some of the theming is on this side, some of the theming is that side, because this here never used to actually be a queue, and I find it's very bad that it's a queue now, and I've said this like multitudes of times in my review on this ride, in my review of everything, that this really shouldn't be a queue. This should be a let be the core of your attraction and then you queue for the ride. However, they didn't think of this before, which I think is really, really concerning, because I would have thought they would have had a excessive queue, but instead they don't even have a queue on station. The station looks big enough. So it kind of takes away the whole aspect of this advertising avenue they're trying to put across. We have the Cadbury cow again. Top of the milk chocolate. Cadbury Dairy milk chocolate. How funny is that? And then we've got this thing. Here. It's like Flash movies. What were Cadbury's buttons originally called? Oh. Cadbury milk chocolate drops. How funny. And then there we go, there's the years of when each chocolate was announced. Even though here we've got a little bit of a damage.
Once your team is full, go to cool down. Please remember to remain seated with your arms and legs inside the ride car at all times. And if you're under the height of 1.2 meters, you must be accompanied by an adult. Please do not use flash photography, as this is a top secret adventure. Remember, work as a team.
Which is the correct hair to have featured in Cadbury Whisper adverts? The Peter and Cut Mel? Correct. Peter Cut. Now, I have just came out of Cadbury World and I just got told new information about the dark ride and its queuing system. Dying sight. So basically, first thing first is the queuing system is going to hopefully get put in by Merlin, because Merlin are very known to just adding in a bunch of random rubbish, and you know, for example, the queue line we have there. So if the staff member told me that hopefully they do just come in and you know, scrap the whole queuing they've got now and put in a proper queuing system where it's very accessible for everyone and it just makes it the park. Now, where that queue line was with the station, now Advertising Avenue wasn't where it used to be, because that's where the Purple Planet was, and where I was standing and when the guy told me was where the Gorilla was. Now the Gorilla is also going to be coming back to the attraction. Now if you don't know who the Gorilla is, go and watch the adverts from Cadbury World, because that is amazing. And he sings about in the air or something like that. Now the Cadbury Gorilla is a really huge thing to the attraction, and they've always advertised it as an amazing animatronic. And it's really good to see that we actually have that, to be fair, because it's really cool to see, like, you know, they're advertising and they're actually doing something with the stuff they've got. But they also had a DJ in. Now the DJ, which used to be in that attraction too, which used to, like, you know, mix up the stuff in there, that also was a huge hit back in the day. It was fairly new, and then, well, I remember my parents posting it on Facebook and they were like, oh, going to see my new DJ, and then they kind of ripped it out, and Merlin have always tended to think, oh yes, let's come along and go and make stuff better. And in fact, I don't think they've made this attraction any better. Now, alongside that, there's also going to be the stamping on the floor thing downstairs in the how to do it, how to I forgot what it's called, but it's like the chocolate making place that downstairs, which is over there. Now, oh, do it yourself station, there you go. In that area where Bourneville Station is. Now, the thing I said last time about the mirrors, that will be a projectile thing, and I did have huge suspicions about what that could be, because they still advertise that in their advertisement area. So that could be one, that could be a good thing to see. Yet again, it's not as big as it used to be. I remember it being huge with all the mirrors around and it all, you know, all the projectiles. However, it won't be as big, it'll be just a cube, but it is what it is. Now, that is some of the new information I have got given. Another thing I would have got, I got told, is that when the queue line does cut them in, it won't be in the same place, or it will be a lot better than what it was before, which I think is really, really good. like I said, it should be accessible, it should be there, and it should be easy to access and easy to know. It's always nice to see that there are theming in the queue line with the cocoa beans and the old Cadbury World. It would be really cool to see what they do with the old Cadbury World. Not many staff members know what that's going to happen with that area, because if there is something going there, it could be a huge investment towards Merlin, but I don't think that will work. I don't think that will be the whole aspect. I'm pretty sure it will be something to do with Cadbury, as Cadbury do own the land still. It's just Merlin who run it. And when you come off the ride, you get given chocolate bars as per always. It'll be really cool to see an extension bit, because the attraction is really, really short. Now, going on to the ride, on the other hand, you always know, and I've always said that I disapprove of this ride. I don't like the ride. Now, compared to Cadbury and this ride, I just disapprove it. Firstly, it's shorter. It didn't really seem well enough. They said last time I was here that they had parts missing for the running chocolate. Now, one side of the chocolate near the end of the running chocolate through the moles was running, and then the other side apparently wasn't. And that was the same issue they had last time. And they said to me they had issues with parts, but if they can get one side working, I'm pretty sure they can get the other, unless there were miscommunications between what parts were getting from where. Anyways, I will give my full in-depth review on that ride. I couldn't film on it, unfortunately. Now I will go into the shop, because I've just come out of the shop just to come out here quickly and present to you Cadbury World. So yes, smile always. Now, I've always been a guy who just literally goes out and buys whatever I want from Cadbury World without worrying about money, which I think is really, really funny. However, these things here I do have. I'm wearing one of these now. They don't have the hats, unfortunately. That's really, really funny. I've got a tea towel. They're £11, £14 for an adult t-shirt. Now, these are the sort of adult t-shirts they wear here at Cadbury World. We also have these 10 for £6. I mean, I can get a bigger bar for £7.50, which I think really concerning. Here's Cadbury World mug here. We've got this Cadbury World bottle for I'm not quite sure how much, but you do get 20% discount here for your Cadbury World Merlin pass. Now I might get myself 2 chocolate bars, so I will. So that concludes our day here at Cadbury World. I'm not going down there. Well, I will be, but I'm going down with the beavers. We've got Bertie Bassett over here. How funny is he? Bertie Bassett, how funny. Anyways, so I shall give my full review of the whole entire day here at Cadbury World. So I am here till 4. So yes, smart ways. Please remember to subscribe. I had to think then. Sorry guys. I'm also a bit confused because there's also a Cadbury World symbol there. I'm not even joking, there's a Cadbury World thing there. But yes, from here, well, from us all here, but Bakerstreet.coasters. Smart always. Bye guys. Please remember to subscribe too. I shall give my full review later on. Don't know why I've repeated myself. What was going on with me? I've only just sat down and had £2.80 of drinks. Literally, they robbed me of £2.80. They wanted £3.50 for drinks. Reminds me very much of Alton Towers, so I'm pretty sure this is Rent and Mark all over again. But it is what it is. Anyways, yes, bye guys.